Hi, it is Friday, June 24th, 2022, and I am back in Las Vegas as I said I would be. I played the Colossus tournament today, busted out pretty early, and realized that for that level of buy in, that big a field, like it doesn't make sense for me to register like right at the beginning of the day. And so I don't care enough when the blinds are really small to like play well and like be patient. So I think tomorrow what I'm going to do is just late register, like last possible minute type deal. And just I'll already registration will close. I'll be short stacked, and either I'll double up and get lucky or go home. And that to me just is more exciting, more interesting. I don't. So in a way, it was good that I busted out early rather than wasting my whole day and then busting out. And I've late registered a few tournaments recently, and especially no limit tournaments. I really like doing it, and so I think that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Until then, I'll probably just be hanging out over here. So I'm out in East Las Vegas again. I'm over at Boulder Station again, and they got the Omaha game downstairs that I like. Um, I've played a little bit of that already since I've been here, and I'm up a little, but it's a really high variance game, and I mean, like people don't have any idea. Like we had a capped 4-bet pot on the turn 6 ways this morning, and like this is a scoop game, so like there's no split pots. It's the best high hand wins the whole pot. So there's really high variance, and I mean I won a pot that was like over what was it would have been 25 big bets in a pot, so that's like a huge pot, and yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I know a lot of people are up in arms with this whole abortion deal. And fortunately for me, this is an issue that doesn't really affect me at all. I mean, I don't have kids, and I don't even have any partners, so it's like I'm not even at risk of like someone getting pregnant by me. So to me, I just actually don't care at all about the issue. It just isn't an issue that matters to me at all. And so I'll just stay on the sidelines, and I do expect that things are going to pop off tonight. I was watching, I know there's already counter protesters and protesters outside the court, and I'm sure around big cities around the country, people are turning up. And once it gets dark out, we'll just see. There's going to be people starting trouble just to start trouble. There's always ancillary stuff going on, and I just think things are at a tension point where I do expect, to be perfectly honest, I'd be very surprised if there wasn't bloodshed tonight, and I do expect it to get violent out there. I think Biden's probably not going to call in the National Guard, and it's going to come down to the protesters, the counter protesters, maybe the property owners who are trying to defend their property. People are vandalizing, things like that. And I just think it's going to get violent. I think these tensions have been building for a long time, and there's a lot of hatred. And I really just think these groups really just want to see each other suffer. And that's really the point where we're at. And I just think that's where we're going to go. And so for my part, it's like, it's what it is, man. I mean, like if I, like I wouldn't choose to like have it get violent and have people suffer, but at the same time, it's like people are gonna do what they're gonna do. It's beyond my control, and maybe this testing this boundary and having this happen, maybe people will realize that like, wow, like because violence begets violence, and I just think like it's I just think it's gonna be a lot of violence tonight, and I'm just kind of steering clear. I'm in a casino. I'm out. It's a local spot. I don't think this is an area of town that historically has gotten a lot of unrest during these issues. I know they had some big riots out in West Las Vegas back in the Rodney King um, time, but there was some stuff going on the Strip, I believe during the George Floyd riots. Um, Maybe downtown could get juicy. Strip could get juicy. I think where I'm at, I'm good, and I think for the most part, if you were in a hotel or in a property or like on like Fremont Street, like you'd probably be okay. But I don't know, Fremont Street is getting pretty fucking sketchy, even in the best of times these days. So yeah, I'm happy to just the other thing is like I've followed like a lot of these. It's funny because I follow like whenever there's something big going down, like riots or like election night when there's a lot of people out there, political people out in the streets and stuff. It's like I always follow it. I'm always like glued in, like, oh, is something gonna happen? Something interesting gonna happen? Like this time, it's like I'm like pretty confident that something is gonna happen, and at the same time, it's like I'm not really even interested in like hanging out and like watching this thing develop because it's like I'd rather just like enjoy myself and play poker and like not worry about it because it doesn't really affect me. And I propose a solution for abortion in my book. Um, I propose that contributors to this security force that I'm proposing that they essentially vote on what the age of life is, and then whatever that median is, that's we're gonna prevent abortions beyond that point. That way, it's like society can basically decide on the morality, and if you want to vote more, you should donate more. And um, there's another part of that I don't talk about because there's certain things I can't say publicly. But like, there's another logical part of this that like is worthy of consideration that I just, if any left wing woman ever becomes interested in like a solution that's not just being a cruel, violent piece of shit, uh, we can have that conversation. But I actually reached out to one today. I hadn't. She tweeted something out, and I was like, oh, I wonder what this bitch is saying because I know she's like a hardcore left chick. So I was like, I wonder what she's saying, and she retweeted some shit, and I was like, well, this is kind of this is you're making this generalization. You're kind of framing this in a certain way that's not really completely accurate if you step back and look at it. And she just comes back with some insults and just disgusting, cruel shit, which just kind of shows the person that she is and just shows me that fuck this person, that this person isn't even worthy of my time or consideration. So I just blocked her. You're not interested in what I have to say. That's great. Now you don't have to deal with it. Now you can get in this group of people that I've put on my block list. I had said a 3-page book report. I think I'm going to reduce that to a 1-page book report. I don't want to. 3 pages is a lot. Maybe you don't have that much to write. But yeah, read my book. Give me a 1-page book report, and I'll take you off my block list. Until then, I'm not really interested in anything you have to say, and I will assume that you're not interested in anything I have to say. So that worked itself out, I thought, pretty well. Yeah, dude, like people have put their trust in government, and now it seems like they don't like what government's giving them, and they seem to continue to support this idea of democracy that whoever wins the majority should fucking get to rule over the minority. And when there's justices that are in the court from the times that the Republicans were majority, well, they're going to do shit you don't like. That is the system you've signed up for, kid. And this is why we oppose this system, dude. But people seem ultra dependent on that system and ultra convinced that they're going to be able to get the people they want in office. I mean, the best the left could come up with is this racist, foddering old fucking man who's escalating tensions with every other fucking major power in the world. When he even said that's what he was going to do in the campaign, it's like they were completely deaf. They weren't even listening. This guy saying he's a warmongering fucking racist piece of shit. And just no one's paying attention. No one cares. I mean, that was the funny part too. This chick earlier, I was pointing out, well, look how many men's in the prison system. Oh, we don't care about that. And I think what we're going to find out here is that, these women, well, I'll just stop for now. I'll just call it good. Um, it's interesting seeing this division that's going on, and good luck to anyone stupid enough to fucking go out there on the streets tonight. I'll be playing poker.